Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this new episode of Mindset, Myriam Mindset. I'm super happy that you're here. Today, I want to talk about, a topic that is dear to my heart. Again, I want to remind you that these episodes are basically my tips and tricks and thoughts on my journey through growing, becoming a better person, a better version of myself. So I hope you get a bunch of stuff out of this call here today. So, topic of the day: protect your energy. Your energy is yours. You should protect it, protect it, protect it. So there's a few things to me in that protecting your energy. So the first one I want to talk about is the very basics. You have to, in order to protect your energy, you have to understand where your energy comes from. You have to find what brings you the most energy. Is it a hobby? Is it reading a book? Is it being active? Is it going outside? Is it spending time with your family? So, in order to be able to fulfill this energy battery, you need to know where your energy comes from, right? That's the very basics. I know a lot of us are mostly surviving and just going by our day and doing our day to day just like we're doing them because that's what it's supposed to be. But today, I wanted you to take a sit down, the piece of paper, maybe journal, and try to understand where is your biggest source of energy. Find that where your energy comes from. You have to fill your cup first. You probably have heard it before, and I'm going to repeat it, and I'm going to repeat it over and over again throughout those episodes, the multiple episodes we're going to go through. You cannot give energy to people if your cup is not full. You need to keep what is yours and then let the overflow go to people. Another analogy that you've probably heard over and over again, but really, even if we know it, we don't really apply it, is the analogy of the masks in a plane. You know, when you get on the plane, they give you like all the lines and then find your exits and, the little signs that they do at the beginning of a flight. And they tell you if you are with someone that needs help, put your mask on first and then help the person. Because if you don't put your mask on first, well, the chances that you're going to pass out before even being able to help somebody else. So put your mask first and then help other. Same thing with the cup. Fill your cup first and then give the overflow. So find your source of energy and use it. Use it as much as you can. Second part of what I want to talk about today. Now that you have found your source of energy and you understand that you have the concept of filling your batteries and giving the overflow, you now need to create boundaries. I know that's a big word. It's a scary word because we don't want to upset people. We want to make sure that everybody's okay around us. We want everybody to be happy with us. But you have to create boundaries. Boundaries with yourself, because you're going to push your limit too, which is fine in certain case. But in other case, like this topic today that we're talking about protecting your energy, boundaries are super, super, super important with yourself and with others. It is okay to say no. It is okay to say no. So when you're done, for example, you worked all day, you're done your day, people ask you, do you want to come out and have a drink? If you do not feel like going out and having a drink, you have the right to say no. It's okay. You don't have to go everywhere and anywhere just to please everybody. If you are tired and you need to go home, then you go home and you rest and you do whatever fills your cup because it's your energy. You have the right to protect it. If your people, your family, or anybody is trying to impose something that is not okay for you, you have the right to say no. If you're not comfortable with someone, if you go and spend time with someone and you leave this relation or this encounter and you feel more tired than you were when you started this encounter, Well, I have news for you. There's a possible chance that this person is an energy sucker. They're energy vampire. There's people like that around you. And it's okay not to want to spend a lot of time with these people. I'm not saying to ban everybody for your life. No, not at all. I'm just saying that you have the right to set a limit of time that you're going to spend with those people. For example, you're going to a family dinner and you have this uncle or this aunt or this cousin that is very displeasing, let's just put it like that. And every single time you get out of this dinner where they are, you are completely drained. Well, first, there's two options for me here. First, you have the right to say no to the dinner, the family dinner. It's okay. You have the right to. People might be upset, but there's another thing, and it's another subject we're going to talk about at some point. What other people, you're not responsible for other people's emotion. So you have the right to say no. They're going to be upset, and it's not because of you, it's because of them. Again, we're going to talk about that in another episode. Don't worry, it's on my list of subjects I want to talk about. So you have the right to say no. So that uncle, you don't have to spend time with him. Or you can go to the family dinner and make clear boundaries about the subjects that you're not comfortable with, the topics you're not comfortable with, physical things that you're not comfortable with. You have the right to say no. Use the word no. I know people are not used to use no, but you have the right to say no to protect your energy. It is okay. The other thing, create your boundaries also means to create non-negotiable. Example, I'm at home with my kids all day. So most of the time, they assume that they can come and see me and bother me every 5 seconds. They're kids. I know that's what they do. It's okay. But now they're old enough. I understand that if you have younger kids, it's harder to do. But now my kids are old enough. Now I can tell them, you know what? This is mommy's time. In the morning, I do this, this, and these are non-negotiable. You can survive for 5 minutes without me. I created that boundary. Were they happy about it? Absolutely not. Are they trying to push on that boundary? Every single day. But these are boundaries that I've created, that I told them. They are aware of it. They are saying boundary for me, and they are saying boundaries for them because they are learning to respect my boundaries. I am learning to respect my own boundaries by holding on to those boundaries, and I am protecting my energy. Because during this time, during this routine that I've created, guess what? I'm doing my favorite activities that are refilling my batteries and that make me a better mom every single time, every single day. So find your source of energy, create boundaries. It's okay to say no, and create a routine. Make those non-negotiable come back every day, every other day, every weekend, whatever that is. If what refills your energy is going for a walk for 2 hours by yourself, make it a non-negotiable that the Sunday morning, for example, you're going to wake up, daddy's going to take care of the kids, and you're going to go for that walk for 2 hours by yourself in peace. Make it a routine so that everybody around you is aware that this is what's going to happen, and you are going to be accountable for yourself as well because you know that this is what is going to happen. Routine is key. Now, the third one is, I've covered I've covered it a little bit about the no. You walk away from what sucks your energy. That includes people, that includes activity. We live in a society where pleasing people is what we do. There's a way to please people without compromising your own energy and your own happiness. Like the example I set for my kids. They were not happy at first when I would turn them around and say, come back in 10 minutes. Mommy's not done with her morning routine. They were not happy with it. There's still days where they're struggling about it. But I walk away from that energy. The energy, I'm not letting my kids being upset for 5 minutes. I'm not letting that suck the energy that I'm creating in that specific time for myself. That might sound harsh. It's my opinions. You take it or you don't. That's okay. If you are miserable at your work, find another job. Try to modify what you're doing. Maybe sit down with your boss, sit down with your team, try to find a way for your job to be more fulfilling. There's always a way. There's always a choice to be taken. They're not always easy. But when it comes to protecting your energy, I feel like if you're in a situation that you feel is sucking everything out of you, there's only so much you can give. There's only so much you can give away. Because at some point, if there's no more to give, well, it says it. There's no more to give. So protect your energy. Say no. Create boundaries. Create routines. Take the time to find those things that bring you energy and do it. Make it non-negotiable. It's a quick episode today, but I want to wrap it up with one exercise that I've been taught by a mentor at some point a few months ago / year ago. It's a very simple exercise. It's a lot of visualization. So at first it sounds weird if you're not into affirmation visualization. It's a bit strange, but over the time, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more energizing it is. So I personally do it every night before I go to bed. Actually, I lay in my bed and I visualize this exercise. So it goes like that. You have to visualize yourself with every encounters or conversation or thought or discussion you had with people during the day are things that are plugged into you and they're sucking your energy out, right? They're like the fight that you had with your husband because of this, that is sucking your energy. You're done, but really it's still sucking your energy. Your kid that had a tantrum in the grocery store because he wanted that chocolate bar, it's done, but still it sucked a lot of energy out of you. And honestly, it's still sucking energy out of you. That person that is super well intended, that is asking your help for something, you're happy to help, but still there's a plug-in into you that is sucking the energy. And if you do not take care of that energy, it's going to suck it all dried up. So the exercise goes like that. I personally, like I said, decide to lay on my back on my bed and visualize that. So I visualize all the encounters, the discussion, and the interaction I had with people throughout the day. And I see those people and those interactions that are plugged into me. And one by one, I will take this wire that is connecting me with the other person, and I will unplug it one by one. Unplug it. Think about all the encounters you had throughout that day, everybody you helped throughout that day, everybody that was upsetting you throughout that day, every thought you had with yourself that are sucking the energy out. Visualize that those are wires that you're unplugging ones after the other. It sounds silly at first, trust me. I know, I've been there. But at some point, to me, it took about, I would say 10 days of doing the exercise, like unplugging, that's fine. And then about 10 days of doing this every single day, when I got done with the exercise of visualizing everybody unplugging and getting my energy back, I felt like a big weight lifted off my shoulder. I felt like I slept so well that night. I felt like I could finally stop worrying about everybody else and even my own thoughts and just let go completely in my sleep. And since then, I've been doing that every night, or almost. Like, you can tell the nights that I forget to do it, I have a more agitated sleep. So try this exercise. I dare you to try this exercise. I know it's going to sound silly at first. And you can even do it multiple times throughout the day. So let's say you were in a meeting, a very active meeting, and you had like, it was not good energy, it was not good, like it's all the yuck came out in that meeting. You can go back in your office, sit down in your chair, take a few deep breaths, and imagine those wires being unplugged from yourself and get your energy back. Your energy is yours. You have every right to protect it. You are not putting anyone in danger by protecting your own energy. You're actually protecting yourself, and it's okay. You have to do that. So here I am asking you to be to take care of yourself and protect your own energy. I hope those tips help you. I hope those thoughts woke a few things in your mind that are going to help you protect your energy and get your energy back, and maybe create new routines. So I hope you got a few tips out of there. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.